Greetings, Bridges members. In our last video, we covered some of the initial phases of the bunker renovation. Today, I want to walk you through some of the secondary phases of the bunker renovation. Here we're on hole number 3. The capillary concrete liner is in place, and the sand is being transferred into the bunker and spread out by the crew. I wanted to highlight the specialized irrigation system we're installing around the bunker faces. One of the biggest challenges a superintendent has is maintaining healthy turf on the bunker faces due to their sharp edges, their steep vertical faces, and even when it sits in the southern sun all day long. So we do have big sprinklers around the bunker faces that throw a tremendous amount of water. That high water volume just runs off the faces. We've gone around and installed this drip line irrigation, which is very low volume, run for a long time and able to saturate the bunker faces so the water doesn't run off, gets down into the soil, absorbed by the roots. In the past, to maintain these edges, I'd have my crew out here hand watering during the day. Now we're going to be able to maintain a more beautiful, healthy turf stand around the bunker edges, and we're going to cut down on the labor hours and hand watering. One of the details that goes into the shaping of the bunkers is defining the bunker lip. Here, we're mixing our native clay soil with water and almost like a mason, troweling the soil on to really define that prominent lip around the bunker edge. Today we're on hole number 3 and the crew is laying the sod. Now, due to the intricate shape of the bunker faces, there's a lot of detail work. A lot of that sod being placed in there just right. You'll notice they're stapling the sod into the steep bunker faces to initiate that good soil contact to get the roots growing. Here we are on 3 fairway bunker. We've spread the sand out to the appropriate depths, and as you can see, it's very soft. Now, in any bunker renovation, there's a time period for the sand to get set up. Our staff is going to quicken that process with coming through and compacting the sand. We achieve that through watering, using plate compactors, and also hand tamping equipment on the edges. Why we want that sand so compacted and so hard is to avoid the fried egg lies on the bottoms of the bunkers and the balls plugging on the faces of the bunkers. After we have the sand compacted, raked, and ready for play, I'm going to toss it to Marty, and he's going to give you some tips on how to play out of our new bunkers.
Okay, Bridges members, I am here at the newly opened practice bunker at the upper chipping green, and want to have a quick discussion about bunker play with our new sand in the new bunkers. We're all excited for the reopening of the bunkers as we progress through the renovation, but I want to give you all a couple of quick tips to help you hit out of this new sand. Because one thing to remember is that for the first little while after we reopen, the sand is going to be on the softer side. It takes a little bit of time for the natural compaction to get that firm condition. So what I want to do today is give you a couple of quick tips to help you hit out of a softer sand condition. So first thing I want to talk about is the wedge that you use. You know, I'm lucky that I have a couple of 60-degree wedges here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to opt for the one that has more bounce in it. The reason why that is that having a little bit more bounce on the bottom of your wedge, that's the angle of the leading edge to the trailing edge, is going to help that club slide through the sand a little bit easier. Generally, when you have firmer conditions, you want less bounce. When we've got softer conditions, we're going to want to use more bounce on our wedge. I would even suggest maybe dropping down to a 56-degree, 54-degree, and opening up that club face. That's really going to help engage the bounce and help that club get through the sand. So, a couple of other quick tips that we're going to do here. As we set up to our golf ball, let's really be conscious of not digging our feet in too much. That'll get us a little too settled in, and our chances of hitting the shot a little bit on the fat side might be increased. So we're just going to gently dig our feet in. And the other thing that I want to emphasize, generally in bunker play, I want to have our weight really leaning forward to create that descending blow. With this softer sand, we want to be a little bit more shallow into the shot. So our weight is going to be distributed a little bit more evenly than a conventional bunker shot where weight will be forward. So we're going to dig in our feet slightly. We're really going to open that club face to expose the bounce. And last but not least, I want to make sure that we keep accelerating through the sand. Generally, when you got softer sand, we've got to create a little bit more speed to get the ball out and towards our target. So a little bit wider base, weight distributed evenly, club face is going to be open, and then we're going to really make sure that we maintain speed through the shot. So hopefully you're not hitting in too many of the new bunkers, but if you do, I hope these tips help you get out a little bit more easily.